Alright, so this is my 1988 Mustang, and I have some idling issues. After a year, I still have this problem. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. But what it's going to do, or it should do, is when I turn the key to the on position to start it, it'll idle at 2,000 RPM, or I'll have a check engine light. It'll come on 3 seconds after I start the motor. As you can see, the check engine light turns on and it's idling at 2 grand. Now watch what happens when I turn the key to the off position and then click it back to the on position. It'll idle out, the check engine light turns off, and the idle stabilizes. So what I've done so far is, a year ago, I was told that there was a technical service bulletin saying that there was the salt and pepper shakers needed more contact with the female terminals, and the fix was to spread out the male terminals so that they have more contact with the female terminals. And what it is what I've done so far, thinking that wasn't it, was I've changed the ignition control module, TFI, the throttle position sensor, and I even changed the computer itself. I took it to a shop, which I'm really ashamed of doing because I usually do the work myself. Asked me to buy a breakout box and pinpoint every single pin to figure out what's going on. So that's what I did around January, and printed out a wiring diagram from oldschoolfuelinjection.com, and basically try to pinpoint everything from the idle air control motor to the coolant temperature sensor, the air temperature or air charge temperature sensor. I even changed the barometric pressure sensor. So basically, for those who don't understand what I mean by the salt and pepper shaker, it's basically the 10-pin connectors that put the engine harness to the main harness and then ultimately to the computer. And that is what this guy right here. As you can see, I put zip ties around him after I spread the male terminals, and I did it so much where I was even having a hard time putting them back in, which was funny to me because I thought that would solve my issue. And apparently a lot of Ford technicians told me to do this, so I did it. Driving around, I don't have a check engine light. I did before, but that was completely unrelated to my issue because I basically had a bad smog pump, and the engine light will come on whenever I'm idling at the light, because obviously the air injection system's not having enough air reading from the Thermacner air diverter and the Thermacner air bypass. So if anybody else has any input on what to do, I was told a jumper wire would be put in between as to fix the issue back in the day for the recall. But I don't think this is the issue. As you can see, it doesn't even look like it's gonna come apart because it looks like it has a lot of slack. And what I looked up at all data is they say the jumper wires to zip tie it to the AC hose, which I deleted, so there's no point in doing that. If you have any suggestions, maybe maybe something I probably missed in the 10-pin connectors that I probably should have done. I basically did all the read-ups, and even when it comes to squeezing the terminals. What I was thinking, I don't know if anybody would like to add any input on it, but I was thinking of putting some aluminum foil or some kind of conductor in there to kind of add extra contact to the terminals, and kind of feed a little bit of flakes of aluminum foil down into the female connectors, and possibly some dielectric grease. Well, alright, well, give me your input, guys. Thank you.